But no, Sia Ghana, the Shmaya Mamuna, Joe, Emma Makwaba. And you may so a brasso, sir, if yada and you may boja yet, Cassia, ya de ever some more Fatcher TV so, and some no, de Bedia Kutinidi. Penny John Dramani Mahama, Edia 2 just said, Bibi Maya and Kawan Momoa. A bear day say Africa Free Continental Trade Area. One more any swadi huno. Wabebem. Na Samuel Okuja to Ablaka, Memu Swafo, ya was share Amanonen Sam so HRS Mampeni John Dramani Mahama. Fuguata dia no shepo Zambia no achre na bibremu nipa oye chrese odone man pa ena penipa wadagana kokobod ano ora randi abe ese aban egu nhihye so omani abre pa se sikasemu dwumadie foforo a wobetumi aye no wonam so de atua kokwa akuafo ka no wo moye Nia yabobo so yi ene afoforo pi e ka ho na anwumre yi ye be kenkan don hwere ba ko edi animo yi ma kenkan for ye me AFIA chumwa Kaakyire menen
Obrempong Lisbon Perry Ghana Mampenyin John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, enam ensa Zambia Mampenyin eto edefre no se wamra na wamesra wonum se de beya obetumi adwendwen won ho ene aman no mienu ho se de beya ebeboa amampuntuo etimi aba Ghana ene Zambia entam eno enam so bi ama Ghana Mampenyin John Dramani Mahama ebra wokopie mu ewo Lusaka Mampenyin Hikalema ene no etwetwe nkomo ena wo kire mu se hwe abibre mu ha nyina esese yetimi ka ye nyina ye ho bom na yenya ye ho ntiase se yefunu baako mu ema se de beya abibre nka bom mu man ahodo edwadi a ye pese yedie na weitimi ko we manso ekodija weitimi ko we manso kodija wabra sabi yentietia ho na yenka ho kai nti no esefata se ye ka ye ho bom na yete ye ho ase na se ye wontiase ne nka bom a ene ye ebeboa pa ama edwadie ni mpuntunyuma atumi akoso ewo abibrem ehanom se omai Ghana ene Ghana abibrem man ahodo ebetumi aka ye ho abomu no eho hia pa ebeboa ama African Free Trade Continental no atumi akoso agina brani na ama edwadie enso atumpon sei ana Ghana Mampenyin John Dramani Mahama ekano
discuss the issues to do with the mining industry, like Mr. President said, because both of us have a mining industry that faces the same challenges. We have issues of artisanal mining, small-scale mining, and then we have our issues with the large-scale corporate multinational mining companies. And so we discussed a lot of things about how we can share our experiences in that regard. And so it's something that we are determined to do. We have similar issues with agricultural production and marketing of products across countries. We are happy that the AU moved on the issue of continental free trade, but we cannot develop continental free trade in a vacuum unless we develop those bilateral relations that will identify what products we can exchange and create the conditions for us to make those exchanges. And so we think that even though we have the Permanent Joint Commission, we must enhance the relationship to a new level. And it will allow us to share best practices, to be able to have a consistent dialogue with each other, and to have direct, experiences in all sectors. And so we have to go beyond political dialogue and go into economic consolidation and back to
John Dramani Mahama Koswa de nkomoni bi etwa so na o kire se woba abibrem man mu hanom dia ye nyina ye wo history baako ye history baako ene se akosi broni ene akosi kokko ebefa ye mumum ede ye se de wo pa bia na emra ya de ye ho na ye ankasa yetimi bu ya man ahodo no ebra so se ye kan ye ho bomu se de be ya emabunu ne enipa ahodo a afei na ye ba no ene mafo no ye betumi ahye se ya nkasa betumi akon na ya de ye ho ede afiri ohia buburo mu said ye beya ebeboa ama mpuntuo ene mpuntunyum ahodo a ye hwe ani mu kwan se ye nsa betumi aka no yanso yetumi akoso ede ama Africa ene abibrem aman ahodo nyina.
Our forebears fought the battle of liberation from colonial domination, and they called for us to come as a united continent instead of different countries. I think that today we can appreciate that call even much better, because Ghana will be 70 years would be celebrating 70 years of independence next year, and we all can see, as the first sub-Saharan African country to become independent, if we look at the trajectory that the African continent has taken, the divisions that were created between us by the Berlin Conference has made us not able to develop at an optimal speed and create the kind of prosperity that we need for our people. And so today we can understand that we need to forge even closer links, both in terms of our continental body. But in my discussion with President Chilema, we agreed that we should strengthen bilateral relations even more across regions. And so while we cooperate at the continental level, bilateral relations between countries can make a very big.
Yantua and Samino so ewo Zambia maino emu na ora Samuel Okujeto ablakwayo yeso afọ awhye amanonen semso edi atu dwasa na no mampani John Dramani Mahama kopie Zambia mainum ya na tade ehye no eye fugu ya wanwene edi afri o my Ghana tififem na ehon sense mababe bebre no wano de opese woka sini people emewiase nyina ete eni se atade mampani John Dramani Mahama ehye ye no ejina ho ema baby a ofre ekyerese Africa hano a wonomo ewo no obia anije na mamre ene na mane ehum sede Ghana mampani a wodi kan Kwame Nkrumah ekyerese bibinefo anase bibini baby a wonam bia ma wafade enkyerese wo free Africa anase Ghana na eba no sa pepepe ana mampani John Dramani Mahama ekyere ye bra wo kopie mu ewo Zambia ne wo kan se fugu no a wo hye ye no enye se ahofa bi keke ena na mampani hote no no ofa ye se wo ye fashion na mom na wo de da amane ene amamre ya omai Ghana ewo titiriu efri Ghana etifi fam no adi e de akyere Zambia mine.
From the outset, let me advertise my president's favorite attire, the fugu. We are all excited about the buzz that the president's deliberate choice of apparel has created. It has triggered a renaissance in what the Osagifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah described as the African personality, that we should reclaim the African identity, the African dignity, and the African culture. So when we talk about restitution and we talk about reparations, it is not just compensation for the transatlantic slave trade. Mental effort to go back to our roots, to go back to identity, because they not only seek to enslave us, they sought to rob us of our unique identity, of our unique dignity, and of our unique traditions. And that is why we celebrate our African presidents who are continuing that charge, the charge of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the charge of the founder of Zambia, President Kenneth Kaunda. And for the young ones on social media who want to know more about the Fugu, this is the attire the founder of Ghana, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, wore when he declared independence on the 6th of March 1957 in Ghana. And there he made a profound statement that the independence of Ghana is meaningless. And note that we were the first African country to attain independence. He said it is meaningless unless it is linked with the total.
Ora Samuel Kuja to black or memu so for washama no ne ensem so and wote say wo fugu no said the ase echere ene said the Ghana fo nyina de hwahwa wonum ho na wo ka Ghana bakwasam tituru pa bra Ghana nya ne fa hodie ya Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ejina simpie so pai mu no a wontumi enyi emfiri mu na no si ya pe Zambia mampani Hakainde Hichilema wono so echere said the mampani eshe fugu no kama na wode dada ne ho no ono kra n'ani age enti enche wo be hye se wo be oda fugu no bebre e de afri Ghana na bedu Zambia na wono so ahye bi
in Zambia and Ghana. And I'm very happy that the foreign minister, you dressed like that. I asked my team to post on various platforms that were associated with that. President of Zambia will be ordering more of that stuff for himself. And you saved my words because you spoke very well about the importance of our culture, our traditions, and you look at the successful countries around the world. Just watch and see inside there. What you see in the Japanese, what they do is embedded in their culture. What do you...
Offensive South and Marcel Bejani Wanokroya Woko Parliamentar, where food, agriculture, and cocoa affairs committee no wano ena where ranking member ewo Dr. Yao Opoku Isaac. Wano na ene wane kojo mafo ene Fache TV Daybreak wonum etwetwe nkomo no wachire mu se hwe cocoa akuafo ayentu omuka bonsi kasem eho akwatwe na waton won cocoa dia ma aban na nso aban no fi wonum se wobetu aka no eye Dr. Randy Abbey CEO Edema Cocoa Board eye nanim sempa. Nanso woni agyen papa bia woni aniema papa bia wode agu akwam ade bua ma akuafo nsa ka won sika eno nti eye ade a eye wonu mani da ho na Dr. Randy Abbey ade di sa adwuma no eno nti sa enkomodie no ebra wo kasa no sei na wo kire ne nsem
eno amuni chief executive edi nkomo no ede anohoba na obo mo ene koku akuafo
antimi amoya no oba I will cry me here press conference in the Namiraho. We and you say, you know, my meeting, we have a castle and Chilacra for almost Antinian can be beyond. And to say, Pa, I will who a woman pan say, and yeah, when you are for the Yomsika. When you are my baby, they are not making any efforts. But my baby, let's think of who be sharing. So, yes, that's wrong, sir. And somewhere cost on Omarometrium. Na a quire so address the situation on Metrain. Yes, that's all the command to all but no him, yes, over country. And so, Antimia Moyanova, problems on over Kaya and Cocoa, your cocoa boy, and your cocoa, I say, and you will know him, Sally Cocoa trading at ye. So, and this when you focus on
Dr. Isaac Yao Opoku Ekoswa de nsem bi etu dwa se hwe emrahye bedwafie edomkuma ye wo honom ye kan ye ho bom ema yankasa ye kan ye tirim ne yanim ehwe se eka cocoa board ede akuafo anase wona eto cocoa no eye Ghana cedi no be se 10 billion Ghana cedis nanso yede ko kachire CEO Dr. Randy Abbey no ono ankasa agitum ama ohya sɛdeɛ ɛka no korada no ɛbro sɛdeɛ na yankasa yɛde yɛka kan yɛtirim ɛka yɛ no bɛsɛ 11 billion Ghana cedis deɛ ɛyɛka Ghana Cocoa Board ɛde wɔna ɛtotɔ cocoa ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu
Omon ɛde license buying companies no mfa ne sɛ omon ɛtɔ cocoa ɛma Cocoa Board
no correct
Ghana yɛnhyɛ mu no by law no Cocoa Board pɛ ne tumi ɛtɔ cocoa free Ghana akuafo Cocoa Board pɛ the Cocoa Board ɛna ɔma delegate ɔmo saa power no ɛde ama license buying companies no sɛ ɔmo to cocoa ɛwɔ ɔmo din mu nti ɔmo to cocoa no a na ɔmo de aba baabi a friend take over centers no ayɛ kaase takrade ne tema no na Cocoa Board agye ogi a na kyerɛ sɛ otua ne ka o reinvest the cocoa na watɔ no na ɔno so ɛkɔ na wakɔ to cocoa no foforo ɛwɔ akuafo na wasan de aba na watua ne ka na wasan de kosaa na yɛsɛ yɛ no ɛno a meyɛ me press conference no because ɔmo de license buying companies ne ka 10 billion Ghana cedis because ekra na central for no be say pre 10 billion Dr. Radio wensusu ɛno a yɛhyia Cocoa Board for yɛwura Randia Bena Dr. Randia Bena na ebe address yɛ your committee in the share. When I be saying, they say more the license buying companies no ekase. Also, on the omoka 11 billion. And yet 11 billion. The car, me fan say directly or indirectly, no more the LBC mekano 11 billion.
Dr. Opoku ekoswa ede adesrede eto Ghana ban anim. Se won share wasre, wonu mu pa cha obi ede aboa kokɔ akuafo. Efisa wonum ekɔ amanehunu mu pa. Wontimi nya sikampo no de ato aduane adi na kampese wonya bi atua wo ma school fees eno nti wosre Ghana ban se eka bia wonum ede kokɔ akuafo ene wona etotɔ kokɔ no wonhwe na sika bi baabi biada wo benya sika firi no ofamra emehye kokɔ akuafo adwumadi ahodom se de beye beboa ama kokɔ enso etimi akosoa eye oman yi ensi achiba sei ena woka no
press conference ni esra ban ye koto jobu fom esre wo mo na akuafo no ni ye asma ye kan ahreho nya politics na meye o de wie na se bia wo pa me de crutch bi number be ma o ye bubu ani o dun kwa na o frame me o se doctor ma ton koko 23 bags o de ni receipt ni ni bibia ebrem 23 bags entua leka ne ma me kra so san yare kan so obi o ya hypertensive adro ya obeto unza yeni aye hypertensive video adro no wontumi mfristo ebi esa onum bie ende wontumi nom onye sika no de kwakọ tredo ni bi ankoda agufie ya ntumi form nko school aduane kra ye beto no so obi wo wa kokoro no ane ne the only source of income so edno kwa ne the only source of income enti abasa na arehu ye pa ene boto kra ye de to kokoro kra no busa kokoro akuafo ye fa bi ma wo mo yes, I go to the fertilizer bag and on the cocoa, egum, fertilizer, use fertilizer bag, and the cocoa crowd, they be a quality, a bedroom baby near Sam. A bedroom baby near Sam, it is almost so say, Yamako cook and in a bagger, or better son cocoa now, Wahatano, Ediaba, a toilet, so a tongue, and the almost empress pressure and decide the cocoa bag of Brian Mouth.
Na said ye beya sa 11 billion Ghana cedis Ghana Cocoa Board ede license cocoa buying companies LBC sahodwoka won mo betumi anya atua na won so anya bi ede atua cocoa akuafo kasa de minority abom sudwetire nti aban abo amane sem syndicated loan agreement no yente ase apama Ghana ban ene ewiase amansan akwa wo mudi kan di kokoo no ekosia wo wa bra won na adani no won mo behye no wasakra won sa e de afisa arrangement no ho ama no atumi aboa owura Randy Abe ene pani kwantrefo woda Ghana Cocoa Board aka Cocoa Board ano ene wa friends am trefo nhyiamu wo say anamo aban etuo no betumi aboa pa fi se bremu one more saka cocoa no a obepe kwan bi afaso adada nim na cocoa no efri raw state na wo mutimi nya bibi free mu a wo ton a sika ebe free mu aba no ebedoso wanya bi ede asowo ha bebreba esesei abeya ntai cocoa sector no ekomu na no.
That is where the option of the syndicated loan came up. you know, and that also had gone on for close to 32 years until we started having problems with, first of all, 2022 declaring that, look, we could no longer fulfill our commitments under the cocoa bills, and therefore we're restructuring. Immediately you do that, you're sending a certain signal to the public that I can't pay my bills. It's just like the DDP. So that is what happened. And so no wonder 2023 we saw a near collapse of the syndication. So we, together with the Ministry of Finance and Government, have been thinking through a new funding model. A funding model which also will not make us be obligated to sell our beans raw, because under the syndication you would have to sign contracts for the raw beans, and that is what you use as a collateral. And therefore, if for example you were going to do 600,000 tons and you were committing 500,000 tons to sell to buyers as raw beans, how can you in the same breath be speaking about value addition when you know that you're committing about 70-75% of your crop to go as raw beans? Meanwhile, you're also touting 500,000 processing capacity. And you know very well that on the basis of what you have signed up to and the beans that you're expected to deliver, you will not have beans to even service.
Ebusia for Dr. Randy Abe any contract for penny or da cocoa board and no na what say water and se monu to aso. What says how kwaje bosia? Sikanu ankasa, sikakra bia na se nipa ukọ ne nchede ma wono eye principal no ewo ho. Ena ensi ho ya ebeka ho ye interest ne so ewo ho. After 2022 cocoa board entimi entua principal ni interest bosia wo mokwaje ye ni nyina entim. Eba sa no na sese eka Ejumakuo no ema wono mo ekoye de ofra ne debt restructuring. Wono mo ne empanimfo kwatena asese won hye na won toto ne mayie ma wo mo se be ya wo betimi atuatua eka ne nkakra. Enu nti 2024-2025 cocoa season no. Wo mo ankoje bosia efiri se eka no ebi da ho a mo ntua ye. Mo ya dan ne motimi akoje foforo. Ni nyina aka ho bi ene ene wo mo hawe.
Started having some serious financial challenges in 2022 when Cocoa Board was unable to service both the interest and principal of the cocoa bills, and therefore asked for a restructuring of the bills. So there was no wonder that in 23-24 for that season, Cocoa Board struggled in getting the syndicated loan. I mean, for the first time, for those of you who followed the legal back press conference yesterday, you heard them speak about how the first amount of money they received was on the 26th of January in 2024, when the season opened in September of 2023. So that told you that the financial community had become aware of what Cocoa Board situation was, and there was some reluctance in financing the crop. I mean, at the end of the day, Cocoa Board didn't have to rely on the Ministry of Finance for a $70 million bridge financing to be able to purchase the crop in that same year, and that is a loan that we expected to pay. So no wonder that was also the season that Cocoa Board could not supply 333,767 tons of the crop that it assigned contracts to supply.
Openimpa ebasika semua nitrimu abobel ovura Kingsford owusu ansa ena enei daybreak wo fache TV so wone kwajomafo edi nkomo na ochire mu se hwe aban mu empanimfo a wo hwe eye sika sem entotoye ebuama Ghana cedi no timigina brane na ekoso no eyade se wote wani ehwe ekwan hodo a de yefre no black market baby a yeton dollar ene mfichire biaye bia yetonton dollars wobekọ bank no yesi dollar eho ashorti akọ atwe kura wunya bi nanso wobekọ mfichire wobekọ ejo ahodo opi mu no na enipa bi ahodo dollar no edi egu ho no mu a enka me ya ye se ukọ ya eho de wonsa ebetumi aka bi eno ka ho bi na etumi masidi no eho kire no pa ene ukọ fa sidi bebre na wode akoje dollar kitwa bi eno nyina eyade a esese aban no wote nani na wo hwe se de beye beboa ama Ghana yensikasem etimi agina brani ebra woni kwadwomafo edi nkomo ewo Fache TV Daybreak so no say na wo kire ne nsem
a trouble more speculation. Even though over dollar no, and now this is me and the payment share, but for the 10.9 cry. Whoever or the name or pegging 13. Yes, they don't peg it 10.9, no, they peg it 13. There are two factors. Factor back on say, or Kobanga, oh yeah. Just about 2-3 weeks ago, I was in chamber fees. So I wanted to transfer 2 banks. It takes me more than 2 weeks for them to reach just £7,000. I'm saying they're no more eventually, but it takes time. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. But obi or ton nemano or parentimico also tia and nemano a time da so utia one tia panati also and okabucho. And about you want to raise millions of dollars, you get it. A day, you get it. But true banks don't get it. A day, even though bank rate, just say a 10.9 year. But in reality, they pay 13. And the about 13 factor at 2 not 10.9. And they say, oh man, you have trade there. Then the banks should be stocked with more dollars. Made them account from the enemy. Say, Abochi should be scrapped. Or say, you cough them, so you tufu okra. Because they determine the price of dollar, not Bank of Ghana. Yes. Because Bank of Ghana, you go Bank of Ghana. So they determine it. Almost in the bottom. And also, my crowd almost in there. $10 from 1 to 10. Also, pay on for so what's the pressure? Market demand and national so demand and supply. Automatically the dollar will start going up. It is a bank for more dollar. No be a
Ora Kingsford and I would say watch rich remove a quan who do abochi for etimi echere dollar no edi good dem na watu mu eno de ubonhuna ma dollar ho ayeden wo omanyimu. Nensem yi so na yebegina na yetwa ye ho aba sema ye ba ye de aka no ebeto awoso.
Yes, I'm Masha phone na kwa babiem de ba Fache TV so enefie enwumre boja ye kase prime time eni eguso na ye bede so mu ye twonsem no so Kenya asia brem eye ekro ya ewo kwabre po ye mansi kro pomu wasante mantem ha womanfo etete ho esuafo eni akyerɛkyerɛfo ya ewo Kenya asia brem sukuu num ho ebo sudwetire gu mpanimfo tiri so one more semina ne se biaye bi ewo abremu ho a eho ene omanfo eto bola egu na ewo kro ne mfimfi pe eho anso ena abremu Roman Catholic school ewo na wo hwe se woto bola egu ho na enkwada so tena ho suade anokwasem se na entwa yi wo mo ha ne se ensu egugu kakra bia pampan ya efri bola no so ebewura wo mo classroom no Emma adesua ene adekire enkoso fi se teacher ni bia ni ho opese wo hwia saade ni kwanimu eba ne saa obesori afri classroom ho ebia donhwe ba ko komienu na ama curriculum no said ye wo madesua nhyehyeye se wo mudi super pepe na brebeson na wo bia kire ade awie no etwe ekọ ekire na wono mo se wo yi se nsu ato apampan ne ba no so kra eto nchen a eto da bi wo ho a wo mutimi adigya eto ball enum ne eba sa nwusie kumo na age classroom ni nyina boso ni nyina ye wo haw kese de ma wonom sɛdeɛ esi ade wɔ haw ɛbrɛ wɔ ma de sua nyinaa akyi no ebetumi asan akɔfa apɔmde ho haw abrɛ wɔ mo firi sɛ pampan no a wɔn homi kɔ wɔ mu no eni kwan sɛ ɛba ne saa asuafoɔ no ɛde wɔn akɔsɛm ato fakyɛ news anim. Ebusia ye besere nkwada ne no emaye enti ye besan ya pɛ na ya bɔ ama mobrepam na ɔmanfo a etete Kenya asia brem wɔn mo se bɔɔla no ɛwɔ hɔ nyene empanimfo bo apa na wɔn abu wɔn ani aguso wɔn aka obi anya na dwene sɛ wotu anamɔ afa ho sɛ deɛ wɔn so kan wɔn asɛm eni.
The Afrizi Tina.
Ora Raphael, our PTA chairman. One also kasaye. And I watch the sasa or how no one monam muntino. A match actually 4 p. Pesa womoko sukum ho equatradi. Dodo noa and a woman air press and penny phone transfer one free sukum ho. Enti no kwasampa ne se ama adesua ene adechre aye den ede ama wonom ti. Empanimfo yi ene suku nkwada ene akyerɛkyerɛfo a wɔn ɛkasa nyinaa Kenya asia bremut memfo esre aban assembly ene Kumasi Kropon bedwa no mpanimfo de wɔn betimi ayɛ ɛde afa bɔɔla yi ho sɛ adaroma wɔn metu emfiri hɔ ɛma wɔnom na etimi aboa ma nkwada no anya asomdue ɛde atena classroom esua de sɛ de bɛyɛ a wɔn akyerɛkyerɛfo so de enijie ebekire wono ade na won pre transfer na dachen ankofa wo haw amfa mre wono apomuden enti wo mu nyina ka bomu a wo nam fache kase so ede adesere eto mpanimfo a esefata se wo mutu saa na moyi anim.
Florida Senior High Technical School honum na abranti a yefre no Jerome AFIA wono na sedie asukufo etimika won ho bomu na wodi agro ene mantamu wodi agro we wonum kopie mu ewo sports stadium ya de yefre no intercollege si na bi no eno na ekoso na entia yenya ene se Jerome AFIA eye sukuni ewo Florida Senior High Technical School eno ena sukuni ya wono so efri New Jaben Senior High School wonum kopie mu honom sa no ene yetan mu na nyina ebi ekoso ubo se school baako ene school baako na wonum dia bom entokwa ne dia keka ho eno bi ena akoso ewo Koforidua honom na no ena New Jaben sukuni edesikan akowo Jerome AFIA na ti atwitwa no na enum enam so ema headmaster ya wono ena woda school na no Koforidua Senior High Technical School wo kyerɛkyerɛm ekwan a sɛdeɛ saa adekroi esi ekoso ekwan a New Jaben Senior High School student no edesikan ekowo Koforidua Senior High Technical me kyerɛ Jerome say ena headmaster ekyerɛ ensem nim.
We have verbally informed our immediate authorities, so we are following with the letter this morning. And then we take it up with our sister schools. So the letter will reach the municipal director and the regional director this morning. As officially, we follow up When the parents also come, we will go to the hospital and then send the feedback to our immediate bosses. You know, GS frown over such indisciplinary act, and it's a serious offense. So the police is handling it, but our school.
One so ever na one nitia mubie na wahunu said ye esi and so edi munch the mu ebaye na what the mu said ye Jerome yetimide sekano ever one.
So just after here we are sending the letters.
Na adiene see sano na ba mini homo. Ba mekoto ade woni say ntime ba na mehunu se school for no edim de ketwa lolo kwani. Timbedo na mbusa mam nurse na de na sinti o mudim de ketwa lolo kwani. Nurse school for no bi beto aduane. Ena no mudim ba mudi wie no ena na omo miemi omo fon. Tina school for ni bi efri ni seba school offenses stadium ho ba ntombe hu omo yonko se omo titi ho no mo ebi ni o te omo kan se ebi ni o no ena omo ye dai edwane ba ku dwane fa ni se na ba ko nto dwane se o twala olokon no se ba ko de ade ball no to ball no no omo ko of odwane ko wada for na ewo ho no ti ho na police ni bi obango to pie ba na em se omu ina ye de edwane ko ti me de mitimi hu ya no
ba o cry so le some bi
ba me de mitimi hu ba na mo kan se mo se boy ne de ade bo no amani pra ba me de mani mu de me be do ma hu hwe ntino
ba ko bo ba ko na ba ko dwane fa ni se ana ba ko do this kind time ba ko na
ya friko fordia ya ba asante mantemo hafano southwest ene ye de ani etre o manfo etete ho e de adesrede enam onwonyamfo Abubakar Sadiq DC ya wo so e de to mampani John Dramani Mahamanim sa bandada no abreso agenda 111 hospital project awo sha ase no nyame adom wo munya ba ku o mansininum adwuma no won ma ya be wo hamu nchemu aduo woche wa wie 80%. Na aduonu no a aka no ehon sma kwakwa eboache bidin aban foforo yi ba ye wonya ntwa nani emehwe ho ento omo sre pa sese de be ya wo manfo a eta akobodompem ewa ya sam ya hodo a ewo mansini a etwa hafo no southwest ehon ahia na mapom de ho nsem enkoso wano ano ebe brasinti no aban enhye na agenda 111 won mu de no a aka ohamu nchemu aduonu pe no wameye na wantene nsa emfiri ho nanema wonom na etimi aboa amapomde ho nsem afa ne ntoma pefra na ade ba ko Ghana wa mpanimfo enya ade kra ene se aban bi hye adwuma ase a foforo ne ba wo beto aso wo moto na jeje mu no na ama empuntuo so esan nachi
agenda wa na project no 80% na abandada no nya be ko we were we are not Dramani Mahama say we dear. I can just 20% pay. We can call it Adam. Now come here, we get in my enemy. Yeah, because come 80% done. We are Sena, some ya. Abano Southwest. As you can hospital, come. We are less going to pay your money. And I don't have one pay. You pay your money. And I also project it to me. Nanka Abu.
And what he said, Obama is MPPA and going to be Emmy or Robert was Waka, Omiat, and so no, Obama, a future. Sir, agenda 111. You know, she had not can do said the workers, then I said, you come on to say.
Tina ka agenda 111 de eye ade kese a ebe ma etimamufo benya adwuma ye na ke hwan ha ye nti yesa aban se sa ya to aban ye change aban bi ba o se aban foforo no dwumadi odi ye nto aso no esere ha ye pa nti yesa agenda 111 de esere omeye maye okohwe de wo suro he ya enwe ya abeje wafa se aban na nifiri so a mfie be mienu eti obeba na nkusie ekomu school na ekomu nkusibo because see e mo
Sini Kaakyire Panyini ya nidin ene honorable Ibrahim Ishak ene ye okopiemu ewo Atwemampo nua mansini no mu a wono ene ode atu dwase hwe eye ayasa eyade a eda nakoma so pa apomuden ho nsem de eyade a eda nakoma so sanso ena Ghana mampanyin John Dramani Mahama eda nakoma so eno enam so amana kotwa homam ya wonum ebesi chip compound ede ama Atwemampo nua mansini no na no enam so bi ena wode tu dwase wonum bekosoa abomode na waboa se empuntunyuma ahodo a Ghana ban echiche no ene mansini no so ensa abetumi aka ne de na de wosre ene se contractor wonum ede djuma no ebehye ne nsa no mansini no mu nipa ahodo a ewo honum so enhwe na wonfa won honhom ene won sika wa ho ode nyina emfantai na chi se de be ya wo betumi asia wie na aba abesom mansini no ama apomuden enso atimi agina brane ewo mansini no mu
in mohaw na monka bra no na yatu ana mo kakra se yebeboa na ehaw na ye more pressing no yatumi aso ano na mintimi nka se ehaw ni nyina na yebeso bo ni nyina ba de ehaye no de na ba sho se eno de no manu ya no de ya fi ho eno ni ya clinic system no oba Atwemampo no a se eba bibi fa ye mpom di ho asem a enye complete because any e wo ha nyina percent ya ni dada abo se ya ya kon carry na abu akwa enti e mo mu data na wo ho no data no bodu data no enipa e ba ho e dos to mo kwasra de ya aba de mo because aba ho se nipa bebiri ne ba ho tina ya se anu ya ni start bibi anu a percent ya aso chain chim komba na si ya bra a percent ya health center ana polyclinic ana hospital but yansa nan ka no ba opa bibi wa aba mu a aba no suma aba ni fidie ni ya aba na de aka no be ya ma woni bia na wasoma emobo ba wo bia na ya chim komba na ya de kwa clinic ya de kwa health center ya de kwa polyclinic ya na hospital eye easy akra na momwami de anya chim komba
Nana AFIA ajei danka eye mpasetia traditional council no wonum kontin hene ena wode etu dwase ane we de aba nanso mpasetia ye krobia empuntunyuma abawon pa eno nti wokosoa asan asre DCE se wonhwe na empuntunyuma ahodo a eha krono wobetumi aye ede aboa won
eno de besew za se de ma Mama kakra ai babo che komba no so se be ya ba ji bia no ba ne clinic e da maye e de so che komba ni so mo de to su bi ko ya ke se ya san shi de wi sa bi o da ko na ne ada wo de wa ni ba adu ke ba sra na o boy fidie na ma temu fa atema akwani temu na beda eyi kwani na na no awo kwa o so to kwa o timi so ke kwani pa se ni sa se ndi o bo ayi ma kwa kama e da mai ana uma ana de to su bi ko ya ya kese na fa ba ko kese ba ko ni ko ba be mi no ko ba enu ana ta de ni te yusu e di u ko ba te lu sa te no na ho ba ko no e de ni be ni na chiko e do nyum na na obi a fe fun ba fi pe o so ara o ke na ne tu e bi pi o ha ke na ni ye djuma e do nyum na utimi na e je ba se o e je extension o ma ni pa be tu ana mo o mo aye na o ma ni bi fo me we na ese yi post o ma ni me ta ma ko fu e ka o fry te e go ra ke se check the last one so Chloe, I can say those days you so about boy o be o be am it was ba how many people we are doing sila problem down
Honorable Salifu Karim enso eye assembly member edema sa empesiano na no ena wode anigye pa ene aseda ekọ ede ama mansini krachi panyin se ade a wode aba empasetia ene ne mpotamu no aba ne bremu na brei eye bra wonum na wosu ehwehwe se wobetumi enya biaye bi a wobekọ na wakọje won ho ayaresa eno nti se abade a wonum ani aso na wodase a ebi mra biem
Mama amansa nyina te ene Ghana man nyina te se aseda eni kapia ye de ma otumfo nyankopon se ene dai aye asemde amampasati aman na atwumampo no DC na ensi aban na mo se ye dana se bebre se wo cha ne chafa awo Ghana ha no yesu ye nya chafa aye chief compound nti dana se pa na adisere dia esa ade betu na nim ne se empasate ekuru kese chief compound ye ni sopa na emum no ke ye hospital kese a enke beboa ye pa enti no ebia bere bi baba no ye sere na se chief compound no mo fanda na hospital kese na ense bo empata mu ha fo nyina ye dase
Ebusia ye free atwemampo no ampasa etia kromu yasan abedru bantema pe Fache TV ahane ye de kase ni nyina esie enefie enwumre boja ye kase ya tuni din prime time na enwumre adwumakuo ba akope se de bia meka no atwanto masini bo so obeso yasene anopa wi enwumre anadwo se de be ya ye bekenkan kase na womanfo nyina enya bi ahye ono ne Millennium Construction wono mo ye adwumakuo a Wamu abene ewo adansie ene ho ntoto nyina ho broni beka se contractors ya wamu eyi akwan sign ACC real estate ene adea nti se wo pe baabi na watofie na wademu adwodwo ho na dada wudwumadi atimi akoso wano ama wa Millennium Construction American Factory Office omoye real estate development ewo mo adimu ebia wonso watoton sase yantam de da baabi e na apesa wo mo asisi adan no anase fie ni bi ema wo ewo odimu a wo kwa wo mo beje so afei wo pe ensase eto e de ma wo manfo enti eye half plot full plot quarter plot baabi a wo pe no ato bia no Millennium and American Factory enwumre adansie ho ne ma ahodo pillar molds blocks any afoforo bia ya ye de construction works so Millennium akache ubenya bi atoku massive boshen Nayas junction and wo mo kira kwan ewo wo mo numbers so screen ni so betimi afa na one mpanimfo atwetwe nkomo free sabre ya make say na wo mbeje wo fel so mo bo so edafom na wo mo de ebre eye adwuma ti Millennium Construction wo mo kwan contractors a wotimi see dreams Emma ni beye reality. Gifted Icon Season 2. Eno eye Street Crown Edition. Ya Fache TV assign ede ebabiem. Na Season 1 no said esi ko ye nyina o manfo ehwe bie ehunu ye na efe akono papa. Season 2 yi we obi obo ade nyankopon ede adoma chede ahodo awura wo mu. Wotumi twonwom. Na na asa wo de kasa Harry etimi erape kama. Bomodi abrafie ha ye ma stage of dreams na watimi ayiwuda ye so no apie emfa nhedam efiri se ebia na obi ewo baabi asa wote wonka adaache obetimi ni wahwe abom na wudin ahyeta ma nyina na sa kwanya no kra no Fache TV de mawo na se wudi nkunimu a ebema recording deal ene eniama hodo bebre a eka ho sa mre no na wahete dada enti se wo stage craft kakra na o stage performance no bibia hihye yi a tutumrika bra bantama Fache TV ene Presby Church di animhye na bepeke wo forms na fa wo hye dwumadie nom wo penkyeremu bia number da screen ni so sesi a fa nententem na ebisa mpanimfo na wo mfa nkyeremu a wo hwehwe ema ena ye fiadai ya kase dem ye de dwumadie nyina ba wieye yɛbɛkra mo ne akɔ ne mmom yɛkaaka mo sɛ na wɔtwe awie yɛ nyinaa so yɛdwumadie ne bɛba so pɛpɛɛpɛ sɛdeɛ weekend bia yɛyɛ no wɔkyena nɔpa no nsia Abudiabi any abedwafo ede weekend edition of Future Sports ebebremo agokansie no ebebanti mo amani eje football any agokansie ahodo ho no Future TV weekend sports na mekamfo akyerewo enwumre nonso ama odum ensafo ahema Queen of Keys na ono de terms ahodo no nyina wonanum enti se wo pese wo hia no na wo hwa sede wo yi terms ne epie na won na bedwafo ejiji wani a eno so ye Future showbiz enwumre no so ade che kwasiada no pa Sunday morning special no so eba wakwam no so pepepe Collins Amupoku DJ Tofia kwaso ne abedwafo betena se na won mo de abesom monti weekend de Future TV eye packed kasia de mu na wotwe nyina yaboafo ya wo maboa me atimi de kasia asom yahwefo yada mo ase esemofo panim Kwajo wusu wabo adwuma yeba MCR ekwa Sari Junior KB enso ewo graphics ena aki ene ne ma ya ewo MCL nyina wo mo so abo adwuma studio Richmond AFIA ene Lord Asamoah Imala bi wo mo so gina camera no achi na wo matwa ne kama na bibia ahyehye yie afei obia ya na wotwe enam ne nsaso ne dwumadie baako mienu bi so yetimi de kase asom Future TV ahwefo yada mo ase mo akenkanfo a na wotwe nyina yenso yasom mo na da bia yegire mo besom mo anopa wi anwumre ene anadwo nyina eyeme AFIA chumwa Kaakyire menenu abema
Obrempong Lisbon Perry
yade mo si ha nyame ya adoma adwoada anopa nonsia anopa kase ebeba makwan mu yada mo nyina se na wotwe ene mo bre yakra mo